And R.J. Johnson along for the ride as well. Mystics in Sun, round 2 in 2026. Was underway on Ion, but we're not there yet.
You know, the jump ball has got to be the most anxious. Like, if I had a problem with anxiety, that would be it.
As the one who throws the ball up or the one tapping it?
As the one tapping it, because I would fear I would be too early. I would be a violation every single time. Violation
Mystics. So Connecticut's ball. We're at Mohegan Sun Arena. Tarika Foster-Brasby, Brendan Glasheen, and Gabby Lucevero on the sidelines. Here we go. First possession of the night. Leisure Walker had 13 points. Her second most in her rookie campaign out of UCLA. That was in the win over Chicago. A wire-to-wire win on Monday. Catch Griner, flip it with the wrist. Rolls off the iron, rebound Austin. Having a big season, 6 double-doubles, 13.7 points per game, and just shy of 9 boards a game. Amore is the floor general. The former Kentucky Wildcat looks in the post. Jab step, Austin goes to work, motors in the paint and scores.
Austin doing exactly what she does well. She pulls up and really forces you to really come out and guard her, and then she uses her body and physicality to take you back inside.
Like the paint, we'll see plenty of paint touches tonight and how teams guard the paint. Leisure Walker, the mid-range, falling away. Amore escapes. Here comes Washington. Area Fenn, dribble handoff to Citron. On the wing, Amore. Shot clock trips to 10 seconds. Behind the back, bounce pass. Austin a 3. Drills it. 5 straight to open the game for Shakira Austin.
Incredible shot by Shakira, but the pass from Georgia Amore, I mean, that's exactly what she does well. She is the floor general and knows how to create that opportunity for her teammates.
Washington and Connecticut don't make many threes per game. Turnaround J by Griner rattles in.
And that's exactly what you're going to need to see from Griner. She's going to have to lead the way as it relates to establishing their dominance inside very early.
Connecticut and Washington both top 6 in the league in paint points. Don't make many threes, you pound it inside. Shot clock is down to 5, trickles out of bounds. Miscommunication, Austin and Citron.
But you could also see Layla Lacan doing what she does best, which is being disruptive on the inside. And, you know, Coach Ronika Hodges told us pregame the one thing that they were going to look to do is to use their defense to fuel their offense.
Want to keep the Mystics to 1 shot on the defensive end. Finish possessions on the glass. Griner, intentional touches early. Spins along the baseline, maneuvers, and it rolls off the iron. Sun now 1 for 4. Brittany Griner's attempted 3 of those shots. Paint touch, area Fenn, Bullies in the paint, and we'll go to the line for 2. Nelson Adota commits the foul.
Kiki Area Fenn was just determined to not be denied in that moment, and that's something that they're going to continue to look for from Kiki, and that's just her using her physicality. She is such an interior scorer, and double-doubles have really become the expectation from Kiki from lately.
16 of them last year, 5 to date this season. Washington makes and attempts the most free throws per game in the WNBA. Area Fenn, a top 10 free throw rate player in the league. Just 18th in makes. Gets there about 6 times a night. 6'2", Washington. Littered with young talent. Gabby will share more on that later in the first. Young talented team in Connecticut as well. Answered the call Monday night. Lacan's arrival at the beginning of June, a difference maker. On the flip from Griner, rolls to the rack. Nelson Adota drives in the paint. There is a whistle. To Washington, foul on the floor.
There was a foul, but Olivia, again, the way that she has just really used her size and her length to be disruptive inside and really make people have to come off the help side to guard and defend her. They're going to need to, again, to continue to do a lot of that. You want to see them be very aggressive in the paint.
Fouls on Area Fenn. Leisure Walker, bounce entry. Griner zips it to Lacan. Mid-range J. Pure.
You know, Layla Lacan's been working on that shot. She's been working on being more aggressive offensively, and that right there is a great start for a confidence booster for her.
Yeah, better shooter than she proved a year ago in her rookie season. 40% this year from the field overall coming in. Citron takes the flick. tracks back, 5 on the timer for Citron, who can snipe from distance. Elbow jumper rolls home. Tough shot, Sonia Citron.
Sonia Citron just said, I'm going to go ahead and take care of business right here, because that was just such great ball movement and just way to be in control from the beginning to the end of that play.
Elsa Nadota fired over the contest and missed it short. Mystics a perfect 3 for 3 from the floor. 1 of 1 from deep. Austin has expanded her bag. She jumped into the paint. Griner thought there was a walk, but it turns out to be a foul. Austin is down. One of the oldest players on the Mystics at just 25 years old, a young leader having a breakout season, helped to her feet by her teammates. And she's shaking off Coach Johnson, the athletic training staff. She wants to stay in there. Yeah,
she wants to stay in there. She might have bit her lip a little bit. You can see her kind of looking at her lip, but she ran into a brick wall when she ran into Brittany Griner right there. She was up and she was steady, and you knew the foul was going to be called. She was in the right area, in the wrong area, but.
This is an official review. Foul committed by Griner. Contact up top.
That elbow right in the face. That's gonna do it every time. That's gonna do it every time.
And from our vantage point, the elbow is facing the other side
Absolutely, yep.
of the court. You get a better look at it now, of course, in your living room.
Yeah, usually when there's contact above the neck,
shoulders,
neck, head area, that's automatically going to trigger a review. And in that case, you know, and again, it's always hard to judge intentionality, but at the same time, the rule is the rule. So you knew that was going to get a whistle.
Sort of a wrong place, wrong time
situation.
8-4 Washington lead. Foul on the floor by Griner, drawn by Austin. Here it is again.
Yeah, just right. Got it right at the chin, lip kind of area.
Would not be shocked, Tarika, if there is an upgrade to a flagrant 1.
I wouldn't be shocked at that either. But I would also not be shocked if when these players come back on the floor, Brittany and Shakira are both back out there, because Shakira is such a tough cookie. That is going to take a lot more than that to keep her down.
And we warned you coming into tonight, this would be a physical battle given the attention to detail in the painted area, both ends. Let's take a look around the WNBA, not only tonight, but around the league. Marina Mabry coming off a 53-point outing last night against the Sparks. So the chef was cooking overtime.
I mean, we saw her cooking in person, so we knew that it was going to get hot.
Out of what happened Wednesday night in Indiana, Alyssa Thomas suspended 1 game for a flagrant foul. Penalty 2 was not called. That elbow fist to the throat of Caitlin Clark, and Thomas will serve that suspension tomorrow. And Kelsey Plum banged up again, second time this year. Plum's out for at least 4 weeks with a lower leg injury. See if the Sparks can keep the ship sailing in the meantime.
You have got to feel for that LA Sparks team. So much excitement coming into this season. Kelsey Plum has been playing just incredible basketball, and then injuries always come at the most inopportune time. So sending all the well wishes to her.
Atlanta and Golden State is the nightcap on this Ion Friday night. We've left the scorer's table. Tony Patillo is our crew chief, leads the conversation. If you missed it, foul Brittany Griner, elbow to Austin's chin, face area. It's called a common foul on the floor.
But I will say it's going to be highly important for the referees to get this right, just for the fact that there's been a lot of criticism around the league lately about officiating and how they have let games, quote unquote, get out of control and things like that. So just kind of establishing what the temperament of this game is going to be early is going to be critically important.
And it's very early in this game.
Yes, yes.
There's no hostility behind it.
Absolutely not. But, you know, still.
of the foul. It
Okay.
remains a common foul.
Well, I'm 0-1 tonight. I'll let you take it away, all right?
Nah, listen, I ain't getting in that. Because I'm never on the side with the officials. I'm always wrong.
No upgrade. Austin's at the stripe for 2. Was in the shooting motion, so is at the line for 2 free throws. You look at Citron, Austin, and Iriafen. They get to the line a bunch. They are both top 15 in the league in attempts per game. That's why the Mystics rank #1 in free throws attempted in the league.
I think everything starts with Austin when you look at this Washington team. I mean, she's going to be the one to get you started. Offensively, defensively, she's going to set the tone. She's the vet on this team.
Yeah, signed a 3-year max contract to stay with the Mystics. Almost was going to Toronto, but the Mystics matched the contract for her to stay put as a restricted free agent. A jab step and a rip and go by Austin. Deep in the paint and stuffed. Oh, no! Nelson Adota swats it.
Olivia Nelson Adota just gets in there.
Now they to reward her, yes! What a sequence.
That was just an incredible sequence. I mean, again, Olivia Nelson Adota has just played outstanding basketball here recently. Napped her first double-double last game against Chicago. I mean, that is how she gets herself going.
11 points, 15 rebounds. Loudest pop at Mohegan Sun on this Friday night. A steal, Lacan. Bounce to Ledger Walker. Daylight ahead.
Using that defense to fuel that offense. Layla Lacan gets her hand in there, gets the disruption on the defensive end, and allows Charlize Ledger Walker to get out in transition and get the basket.
Citron and Betts. Lucy Olsen to the scorer's table. Griner gets the hands in the cookie jar. Flutters out to Amor. Well short. Cody McMahon aboard. Austin thinks about the 3. Decides to put it on the deck. Shot clock is down to 7 on the reset. Miller is attached to McMahon, down to 4. Austin catching fire block. Nelson Adota in this first quarter.
Nelson Adota is just completely active on the defensive end, and wow, sets that up for Diamond Miller to come through and get the easy 2.
She took the defense through there. Though,
yeah, she took it through there.
6-0 Connecticut run. And leading by 1. First lead tonight. And McMahon is fouled. Citron 2 points early on, went for 28. 2 shy of her season high. That was last game. Lob into Betts. Finds the weak side cutter, Iriafen.
Very good cut there from Iriafen. And when you bring Lauren Betts into the game, you automatically realize that you're going to have to bring that help defense over, and that spaces the floor so differently.
Lauren Betts made her first career start against the Connecticut Sun here in this building on June 17th. 32 minutes out to travel by Edwards. Turnover, Mystics ball.
I mean, the way that this Washington team has been getting out and moving the ball on the offensive end has been incredible. And there you see there, they bring over the 2 defenders, which leaves Iriafen wide open, and she took good advantage of it.
Corey Close is going to be clapping in the living room right now.
You know what I mean? No one in NCAA right now has the bragging rights that Coach Corey Close has.
Without a doubt. Foul Connecticut. Layla Lacan. Connecticut's 4th team foul. And Lacan's 2nd here in the opening quarter. Ledger Walker checks in for Lacan, and a whistle from the weak sideline on Ledger Walker. Her first. And that puts Connecticut over the limit with 3:21 to go in the opening quarter.
And they're going to challenge that.
This might be just an official review.
I saw the twirl of the finger.
Okay. One shot for Citron. Upgrade to a flagrant 1. That was not a coach's challenge, by the way, for those of you at home. That was an official review because of the elbow. Citron cashes in. Griner's got 2 fouls.
That is very difficult to have Brittany Griner sitting early in this one. She is someone who you certainly want out there.
Angloma steps out of bounds on the strip. And the Boo Birds are out.
Yeah, they're out early. I think they wanted to, because I think Coach Hodges, too, they were trying to see if they could get a transition take foul there, but nah, friends, wasn't going to happen.
That's a backcourt violation. What a weird start to this game. Brain fart. Ronika Hodges fills in for Rashid Mezian tonight. He is under the weather. Hodges, Connecticut associate head coach. Her second year on staff. Head coaching ties to unrivaled basketball in Miami, led Phantom Basketball Club. That was her real first opportunity to lead her own squad, and her team was in the championship game down in South Florida back in the spring.
Yeah, she says she's ready for the moment. She's always prepared for this moment, and she looks at it the same way players do, that it's got to be the next man up.
Nelson Adota fed in the paint and travels. Backcourt to travel.
Both these teams need to take a second to kind of center themselves and really focus in, because all these different little movements and violations will kind of get in your head early if you don't kind of settle down. So this is an opportunity here for both of these teams, whether defensively or offensively, to just kind of settle themselves down.
Lack of flow the last couple of minutes. Angela Dugalich, pretty touch on the spin move. Great paint touch. A lot of UCLA on the floor right now. Step back by Burke, the veteran former Bruin. Burke signed a one-year near max contract with the Sun. From New York, familiarity with Coach Hodges. Ronika so proud of Kennedy's growth. Pat spins on the block, hoists it up, and draws a foul on Nelson Adota.
Yeah, that is such a strong play there from Lauren Betts. I mean, just her size immediately changes how opponents have to attack in the paint. And, I mean, she's really been very good with establishing.
Have two personal fouls. Nelson Adota, Griner, and Lacan. Connecticut shorthanded tonight. No Sanaya Rivers. She's out with a left ankle sprain. And no Anissa Morrow. She's out with a left leg strain.
Yeah, discipline is going to have to be one of those key factors for Connecticut tonight. You cannot afford to have your players, especially your post players, when you're already missing some front court depth.
Mystics now 3 of 9 at the free throw line. 75% team average entering tonight's game. Leisure Walker at the point of attack. Finds Angloma. Crossover dribble, kick it out. Edwards has extended her range this year. Has made 3 3-pointers. Parachuting in, Betts for the rebound.
Edwards may have missed that shot, but she's gotten so confident with taking that shot this year. She's made way more than she's missed.
Citron, she's used to that spot. Way short, follows her shot. Pounds the ball into the paint. Floats it up, no. Loose ball, Citron. That putback is way short. And Betts is called for a foul. Contact on Nelson Adota as they wedged for the box out.
One of the things that both teams have talked about pre-game that they wanted to do was minimize second chance opportunities, but that was just an example of not doing that, of not minimizing second chance opportunity, because there was so much physicality inside. Washington continued to give themselves an opportunity to fight for a second chance. And listen, it is not going to be easy to fight against a Lauren Betts and a Shakira Austin inside when they are two of the best rim protectors in this league.
Right, the sigh of relief is no points came out of it if you're Connecticut. Betts is 6'7", Austin is 6'5". Leisure Walker the bounce. Head fake by Edwards. We'll call it a dance move.
Yeah.
Turnover. It's now 4 Connecticut turnovers to Washington's 3. I'll come up with the word, a clunky first quarter.
Clunky is a word I'd use to describe it.
Under 90 seconds to go in the quarter. Olsen, guarded by Angloma, is not shy to stay draped on the offensive player. Lobbed by Austin and picked off by the Sun. They've got numbers here as Citron hit the deck. Leisure Walker, a hook pass to Angloma. Deep in the paint, spin cycle, and blocked by Dugalich. Mystics want to run. Citron reads the floor, looks for the trailer. Instead, arms go up. Deflection, Nelson Adota.
That length from Nelson Adota was right there, right on time, and Aaliyah Edwards comes away with it, whether she knew it or not.
Right off the landfill. 45 seconds to go in the quarter. Leisure Walker's pull up. High bounce twice, secured by Austin. 7th leading rebounder in the league, up to 4 boards in 7 minutes.
And this Washington team already has 11 rebounds so far in this matchup. Like, they are crashing the boards and really trying to contain themselves on the glass.
Citron now 1 for 5 from the field, 0 of 2 from distance. 0.6 seconds, the difference between the game clock and the shot clock. Coach Hodges shares the message with Leisure Walker, the former teammate of Dugalich and Betts at UCLA, national champions in April. And Gloma rams in the paint, rolls out, and lost it. Olsen with 5, Olsen with 3. Blocked by Burke.
Kennedy Burke is in the right place at the right time, and Olsen thought she had the jump, but Burke just times it.
The Burke barrier.
Just gets right on top of it.
1.7 for Washington. It was last touched by Kennedy Burke. Olsen, feed it. Dugalich. This is the layup. End of 1. Low scoring. Defense the theme. Mystics by 2 here on Ion.
Citron with the step back.
This is game 19 of Connecticut's year. Game 17 for the Mystics, and Amor connects. Second 3 for Washington. Georgia Amor missed all of last season with a torn ACL. This is her rookie year. Number 6 overall of Kentucky last season.
Yeah, and her assist numbers continue to climb as well. She's so good at getting her teammates involved and just being creative with creating shots for others.
4 dimes per game. A little dipsy-do by Nelson Adota to wedge in for 2 over Austin. Connecticut's first points in the last 4.5 minutes. Much needed. Both teams went stagnant offensively in the final minutes of that first quarter.
Yeah, Olivia Nelson Adota, though, you got to love the way she's been very versatile and really finishing at the rim lately.
Squirming in the paint, Amor draws a reach-in foul. That one's on Leisure Walker, her first. 3 Sun in foul trouble early. Griner and Lacan on the bench with 2 apiece. Coach Hodges rides with Nelson Adota, stays in the game with 2. There's trust.
There's trust there. And she's a very smart player. Basketball IQ is through the roof, so she knows that she has to discipline herself. She knows the value that she has to this team and what it means for her to be on the court.
Oh, Nelson Adota got a clean block and hammers Austin on the second chance opportunity. Nelson Adota's third.
She is literally getting in everybody's face and everybody's business. Look at Olivia. Look how she gets straight up with it and says absolutely not. I mean, Shakira Austin doesn't see that kind of defense on a regular basis. But kudos to her for sticking with it.
It's good news, bad news. 2 blocks for Nelson Adota, but a 3rd personal foul. Mystics now 3 of 10 at the free throw line. When they played each other June 17th, Connecticut, Washington, these Mystics couldn't miss. They were 27 of 30, 97%. The rims haven't changed. Unless, you know, Blue Man Group came in here and did a concert or something and messed with them.
Oh, we're going to leave Blue Man Group.
They do concerts here, just to give some context.
But it's just 3 of 11 from the charity stripe. And you know how I feel about free throws, Brendan. Like, you and I talk all the time, and I go ham about free throws. But I also think it's quite interesting that Connecticut hasn't done enough to get to the line.
Right. No trips. Mystics by 3. Diamond Miller operates around the screen. Sidestep 3-pointer. Cash.
Diamond Miller has just been right on time. You talk about this team's trying to figure out what their rotation's going to look like. Diamond Miller has been the consistent piece in every single game this season.
McMahon dribble drive, lays it in. Cody McMahon, 11th overall pick out of Ole Miss, spent her first 3 years collegiately at Ohio State. Miller is feeling it right now. Uses the screen, crossover dribble, spray pass Leisure Walker, extra, Burke fouled, and will shoot 3 at the line.
I mean, Diamond Miller, boy, people forget that she was the #2 overall pick in 2023. Now, her foot was on the line there, so this is a 2 instead of a 3, but still, Diamond Miller is icy. You got to respect her when she has the ball in her hand.
Much diamond wear is icy.
Then has scored with the exception of Angloma and Beers at this moment, but they're doing a good job of trying to get everybody involved.
Catch and fire, Burke. That was pure. The net, the rim, it didn't even move.
It didn't even move. Nasty Kennedy.
First Connecticut 3 tonight belongs to Kennedy Burke. She's now made 16 on the year. Onyenwere carves in the paint. Oh, and a block by Burke. Connecticut's got 4 block shots already in the game. That was filthy.
That was the second block from Kennedy Burke, and the defense just will not stop here in Mohegan for this Sun team. Kennedy got out in front of that one like, girl, do that somewhere else. Good job, Kennedy. You just love to see a player like her who's won a championship, who's literally bringing like that veteran presence just to continue to be as good as she is.
Yeah, it's her 7th season out of UCLA. Was with Coach Renika Hodges in New York. She's in for Coach Mezion tonight. She said, I'm so proud of how she's improved since the first week or so of the season. Burke has found her niche. There's time in Miller's defense. 3-on-2. Miller motors into the paint with the left hand. No, the following 8 points per night. 3rd most in the league. They've answered the call here in quarter number 2, leading the frame 11-5. Amor sets up shot. Onyenwere the feed. Area fed, an all-star in a rookie campaign a year ago, flips it and stuffed. Edwards deflects the shot. Lob pass all the way up for Miller, makes the grab, but stepped out of bounds.
Yeah, and you can see on that play, again, defensively, they were able to slide over someone. Kennedy Burke slides in just to give that extra sense of help and makes it very difficult and awkward for Kiki Area Finn to be able to put the shot up.
And on this side of things, defense to offense, that's the idea, to push the ball up. Suppose you can live with a turnover here and there because of that principle staying intact. Citron is looking to get free off the right side. Out there with Betts, Amor, Onyenwere, and Iriaf. And a deep triple Citron, way short. Citron now 1 of 6. And Iriaf stepped out of bounds.
Yeah, and that was going to be a shot clock violation anyway. However, noticeable that they have really disrupted the rhythm of Sonia Citron. She is one who has done a good job of being aggressive offensively, but tonight this Connecticut defense is making it very difficult for her to get good looks, and they're really guarding the perimeter better than they have in other games.
Citron scored 26 points, 11 in the 4th quarter against Connecticut on June 17th. Burke, a snipe into Pierce, pours it on.
Sharing the basketball is always going to be the way to go to help get everybody involved, and that pass from Kennedy Burke to Reagan Beers was pure money.
9-0 Sun run in the last 3 minutes of play. Lacan deep in the paint, mid-air flip. Now Miller backpedals, bounces to Beers. Wanted to face up, backs down, fall away. Beers is fouled. Bates, a foul committed by Betts.
Yeah, that's a big league play. That's a big veteran play out of Reagan Beers to be able to tempt Lauren into going up and getting her right on the wrist there.
Reagan Beers, rookie out of Oklahoma. Signed as an undrafted free agent in Preston camp. Sun staff absolutely loved her compete. The acceptance of her role, does all the little things. When she gets some burn, capitalizes on her minutes.
Yeah, she's really starting to play with a lot more confidence and honestly have been very patient offensively. She's focused a lot on her defensive impact and been very patient on her offensive growth with this team.
Shot clock winds to 5. Citron thinks about it. Dump, Iriafen. Missed it short. rescues her own miss, flips it with the right, no. And scooped up by Miller.
I mean, they are battling in the paint. They are battling for these rebounds.
Just 8 Washington paint points. Connecticut, meanwhile, with 14. Lacan uses the screen. Has he dribbled? Mid-range J, strong. Oh, and she collides with Piers. They both were on a mission to the basketball. Stop and start by Citron. No, it's not Citron's night right now. 1 of 7. Edwards is back to her feet.
Still a lot of basketball left, but you've got to think that Sonia Citron needs to see one of these to fall in to give her a little extra boost to get her flow going.
Lacan off the catch. (26-19). Washington has not scored any points in 5 minutes. As we approach 3 to go in the first half. Second meeting of the season. Mystics have won 3 in a row on the road. Connecticut off its most complete game of the year Monday, a win over Chicago. Amor directs traffic down to 2. Amor flies to the corner and swirls home a 3. Second triple for Georgia Amor tonight.
Ooh, Georgia Amor, man. Not only can she control the tempo, but she can certainly shoot the rock. She has great decision-making offensively.
Swerving on that corner, and then a foul. Chicago Monday. The lob burnt, the deflections have added up for the Sun tonight. Here's Betts against Pierce. Betts settles and travels. That is the 9th Mystics turnover in this first half.
They are really causing fits in the paint for this Washington Mystics team, and that's exactly, again, what Ranika Hodges wanted to do. She said, when I step in to fill in at the coach's position, I'm not looking to change what our game plan is. I'm literally just filling in and continuing to implement the game plan that Rashid already has set for our team.
She used that word intensity a lot in her media avail before the game, and that has been present defensively. Lacan with the floater, yes! Pretty touch. A French kiss.
It just moves better when Layla Lacan is on the floor. That was a very good one, Brendan.
Points off turnovers for Connecticut. The Mystics commit the second most turnovers a game. That was last touched by the Sun. Onyenwede takes a sigh of relief. This is the biggest lead of the game, 8. Sun dominating this quarter, 18-8. With 2 minutes to go in the first half. Onyenwede finds Betts. More lobs in the paint, and that's a touch foul by Burke. Connecticut's 3rd team foul. And just Burke's first.
And this Washington team has done a good job of moving the ball, but just have not been able to really make them fall. And Connecticut has just defended the perimeter, the rim so well in these last moments, specifically Kennedy Burke. Ooh.
Georgia Amor appeared to have taken a whack, but committed the foul prior to that. Well, Tarika, to your point, they're doing everything defensively, Connecticut.
Yeah.
Washington shooting just 29% from the floor, 27% from 3. You can't really do much to defend free throws, but I guess we'll give them credit for that, too.
Absolutely.
Mystics are 3 of 11 from the line. Pierce jump shot.
And I mean, and even in their opportunities, they still aren't able to cash them in. They've got 8 offensive rebounds, but have not resulted in any second chance points. So it is seriously a defensive game right now, and Connecticut is leading the charge in that.
And that is stylistically what both coaches prefer. Ranika Hodges, associate head coach of the Sun, fills in for Rashid Mezian. He is out with an illness. Betts looking for a cutter. Citron cannot get free. Iriafen the catch, and Burke cheated out, went for the pick.
Absolutely. They did a great job of pulling the defenders out and making that space inside so Iriafen could eat.
Down to 6, Lacan, jump shot. Cleared by Iriafen. Rebound number 4. Mystics are dominating the glass, 23-12 plus 11, but not making anything of the boards. Another Sun steal up to 6.
And that was Ashlyn Jackson who got in there. And that's so difficult to play against when the defense is a mindset from every single player on the squad.
Jackson, a 2026 second rounder out of Duke. Burke teed one up. Rebound Onyenwere. McMahon has accepted a point guard role when Amor is on the bench. She can't facilitate. See if Citron can get going. 1 of 7. And we'll get a foul on Lacan as she hedged the screen. 3rd personal on Layla Lacan.
The fouls are racking up against the players that bring the most defensive intensity for this Connecticut Sun team. They've got to bring that discipline back. And I know it's easier said than done to defend without fouling.
Brittany Griner's been invisible. 3 personal fouls tonight. WNBA Pride, presented by Coach, championing courageous self-expression through basketball and beyond, with Coach, the official handbag partner of the WNBA.
The good part is that even though Griner has been on the bench, Connecticut has done a pretty good job of handling their inside presence without her, which they've had to learn to do over the course of the time that she was absent.
Speaks to their depth, settling into their roles. And a knockaway by the Mystics. 3rd steal. Washington brings the heat defensively this year too. A top 5 defensive rating in the league. Shot and game nearly identical, a smidge under a second. McMahon makes the grab, wraps in the paint. Nowhere to go. Jackson guarding. McMahon's curl, no. 5 seconds for the Sun. Leisure Walker's had a few buzzer beaters this year. A 3-ball. They say you gotta look at the scoreboard. That determines who's doing well, who's not doing so well. It's kind of part of the deal.
I mean, again, you look at the 2 teams that have been here on the floor right now. I mean, the Mystics were literally 2 points away from cashing in on a W against the Lynx, and they've already got wins against the Aces and against the Liberty, 2 of the teams that people consider to be the upper echelon of the WNBA right now. So it could be anybody's moment at any time.
Connecticut's turned a page in some of their closer games in the month of June. Lacan makes the catch, slithers, and tracked down by area fan, but she stepped out of bounds on the pursuit of the ball. Both teams with their starting 5s on the floor. Brittany Griner held to 6 minutes, picked up 2 personal fouls early in the game. Lacan has the Sun high in scoring with 6. And 2 Mystics with 6 points, Austin and Amor. Spin and fire, Griner, automatic.
And she is back to cause trouble and disrupt inside the paint, and she did just that.
Griner's got 4. Austin has really improved on her dribbling. There's contact away from the ball. Onyenwere is guilty for a foul away from the ball.
Now you talk about all the UCLA players that are out here. People might have forgotten that not only was Onyenwere a star at UCLA, but she was also an assistant coach this year. So she's walking away with a national championship to her credit as well.
The player coach.
The player coach.
She has been empowered by Sydney Johnson. Had her in Washington last year. Griner maneuvers. Oh, reverse layup. BG smooth with it.
BG said, y'all calling who old? Who are y'all calling old? That's what BG says, because that is vintage BG.
Year 13, fresh as lettuce, and that's a travel by Austin. Connecticut has matched the biggest lead of the game, up by 8.
I mean, you can see BG just gets it back to the basket, just turns the corner, the one hand up over, and there's nothing that you can do about it if you're Shakira Austin. It's just one of those plays that it's just gonna happen because it's inevitable when BG gets in her zone.
Washington's ball security issues continue, up to 14 turnovers. Griner wants to go to work. Kick out Nelson Adota, shot clock to 5, back into Griner, fall away, no. Iriafen clears, rebound number 5. Meanwhile, foul trouble for the Mystics. Amor has 3 personal fouls. You asked, could Citron get going? Just 1 of 7 from the floor, 5 points. Swing pass to Amor, 3 in the air. Third three for Amor.
If you aren't going to get the offense that you need from Sonia Citron, you will absolutely take that production from Georgia Amor. She feels so good about what she's able to do this year after having to miss all of last year.
Miller off the mark on the baby pull-up. Long ball. Catch by Onyenwere. All for trouble. Turnover number 15 by Washington. Citron's eyes lit up, a chance at a wide open look.
You just need to see that one fall in. You just need to get that rhythm going just a bit, and that's it. And for a player like Sonia Citron who can give you 30, like that's literally all she needs. But it's been a tough one for her so far.
She would love that. Connecticut, that could put a fright in you, right?
That would make you fearful.
She hits one. Amor's picked up the slack. Austin high-low in the area fend. Graceful in the paints.
Just the way she slides down and gets right in front of Nelson Adota to catch that pass. Great ball movement there from Washington.
Now 9 assists for the Mystics, 11 buckets. Kick out Leisure Walker, knocks down a three.
Leisure Walker has just literally been so impressive over these last few games out of her. She is everywhere. She's playing defense. She's setting herself on offense. Just, you have really seen her maturation.
Just the second Connecticut three-pointer of the game. The Sun and Mystics make the fewest amount of threes per game in the league. Just over 5. As we go under 7 minutes left in the third. 6-point Sun lead. Second meeting of the season. The Mystics won the first one, 88-81. Leisure Walker got the hands in, swipes. Nelson Adota finished the job. Here comes Lacan, the speedster lob at Griner, the finish.
That is a perfect example of defense to offense, and you see Charlize Leisure Walker there just helping, getting the defensive stance there, and the ball movement on the offensive end in transition.
Area
Textbook.
Pedals, misses the spinorama, back up, no, but a foul. It's on Griner, Brittany Griner's third. Defense to offense, though, is the theme preached by Coach Ronika Hodges.
And they are executing it just to perfection at this point. You see Charlize Leisure Walker gets in there, and Adota is able to come up with the steal. And of course, once you've got Layla Lacan acting as the floor general, it is going to be difficult to stop the execution of the play.
14 Sun points off Mystics turnovers tonight. Area Fen is off. Washington is 5 of 14 at the line. Again, when these teams last played, it was right here at Mohegan Sun Arena.
Yep.
Washington was 27 of 30 from the stripe, 97%. 10th missed free throw.
5 of 14 from the free throw line is wild. 5 of 15 now, but I mean, good Lord, these aren't. You know, when I was playing, we had to
run.
I'm talking about tore the gym
Suicides.
up. Tore the gym up if you was missing free throws. Like,
Yeah, it sounds like you miss it.
I don't at all.
Or you made them.
Well, no, I would make my free throws. Yeah. I mean, it wasn't perfect.
80%?
But I wasn't Shaq, you know.
That's why knockout's a great game.
It really is.
It's pressure, urgency.
It really is. That was a motivating factor for me. If you told me I had to run or I had to do any type of any additional calisthenics, I was making sure I was not going to be in that number.
You're very honest here to our national audience tonight. Good vibes from the Sun bench. No Morrow, no Rivers, but no surprise. They find a way to enjoy themselves.
Absolutely. Sanaya Rivers said that ankle's getting better. She's working her way back. And Anissa Morrow, just the double-double queen, but out with a leg injury. And even if they don't feel good, they look good. Go ahead, y'all.
Meanwhile, okay, we're set to resume play. With the clock, Nelson Adota puts the ball on the floor. Why not? Takes it herself, floater. Defense was not ready.
Didn't give them an opportunity to get set, but didn't need to. And Olivia Nelson Adota, her role just has expanded dramatically here this season.
Largest lead of the night, Sun by 10. Citron the kick, swing Onyenwere. There's a foul. Connecticut is irate with the call. Well, we're getting to that point in the game. We got a long way to go still, but Connecticut tied with 4 other teams in the league. Losses after leading by 10+, and that is the current situation. Up 41-31, 6 minutes to go in the third.
I mean, it is very difficult to sit and knowing that you competed for 3 quarters and didn't close it out. And for the longest of time, when you think of a young team, you ask yourself, who's your closer? Who's going to be that person to hold it down for us in the 4th quarter? Well, Connecticut figured out that they can close, and they can do so, and they did it on Monday. Now it's just about being consistent. Can you do it multiple times? Can you get a back-to-back win? Something that they're looking forward to doing this season for the first time.
That's right. At 3-15. Washington at 500, 8-8. They've won 4 of 6 overall. 3 straight on the road. Nelson Adota fades. Picks up the loose ball. McCann thinks about the 3. Back to oh no. Squares up. Spins. Nelson Adota is blocked by Austin.
Austin got her hand all up and through there.
Leisure Walker falls to the ground. Area Fen. Lob it. Austin. Off, it rolls off the iron. More mysteries in the paint tonight. They have been so good all season, but they have lacked shot making in the paint. Now 6 of 21 in the paint. Uncharacteristic. Amore hunts, kick it out. Citron way off on the 3. Now 0 for 4 from deep. Leisure Walker. Oh, LeCon out of nowhere.
What a pass from Leisure Walker. I mean, she found LeCon way deep at the basket.
Hey, Peyton Manning to Marvin Harris.
I mean, and I love it.
I was going to say Brady Alston.
Now you would have ruined the broadcast.
All right. Jaden Daniels. All right, Miss Jaden Daniels. There you go. Citron. Dump it. Area Fen. Power dribble and lays it in.
And that's the physicality that they love to see from Kiki Area Fen, man. She is just typically incredibly efficient, and there are only a handful of players that get it done like she do in the inside.
McCann is working hard off ball to get open. Nelson Adota stays in motion, scoring. Dugalich is in the game. Shot clock down to 7. Edwards spreads her wings. Feed into Betts. Shot clock is down to 3. Betts fades away off the heel and in. First points for Lauren Betts tonight.
Yeah, Lauren Betts did a great job there backing down Olivia Nelson Adota and really trying to get herself established offensively inside as well.
And a make in the paint, which has been rare tonight. Burke a swish on cue.
Kennedy Burke heard us talking about how much she has done for this Connecticut Sun team since she's been here and just continues to add on offensively.
Biggest lead of the night, 11, belongs to the Connecticut Sun. Just 3 wins this year. Washington at 500, 8-8. Gabby Lucevero is on the sidelines. What do you got?
Hey guys, so I was just listening into the Connecticut Sun huddle at that last time out, and I want to start at the end of it and watching Ronika Hodges. She had this big smile on her face when they brought it in, and that comes with this calm, clear communication. She said pregame it was just about preparing, like the players, to be ready when her number was called, and that is exactly what we saw as she commanded that huddle, and she's commanding the sideline.
Gabby, thanks. There was a foul before the shot by Betts. Ronika Hodges said a handful of times pregame, I am ready for this moment. Has been an assistant coach around the league, New York most recently, here of course with Connecticut. Rashid Nezian is under the weather, that's why he's not here tonight. Hodges was a player in the league for 11 years and one of the most well-respected black women in the league.
When I tell you that there are certain people who are just always prepared and always feel like they're ready for the moment, I have always got that out of Coach Ronika Hodges. I mean, you mentioned it earlier. She showcased her talent at this level and unrivaled. And again, even watching her on the sideline, she stays calm, she stays collected, she stays poised, and she knows what the assignment is.
From the Phantom to the Sun.
From the Phantom, from behind the scenes to in front of.
Rim rattler Nelson Adota. She has been magnificent the last handful of weeks. She's the first player in double figures tonight, 10 points.
I mean, she gives them such an interior presence and just another mobile body, and boy, she has not missed it yet.
Amore's got the rock. Citron, mid-range. Finally sees one go through. Just her second make tonight. 7 points for Citron.
That's what you need to help build your confidence back and get you right back into this one. So her teammates call her Sony. Sony's looking to try to establish herself here in this second half.
Leisure Walker the bounce. Edwards fakes the J. Fumbled it, stays with it, off the glass and in. Now 32 paint points for Connecticut to Washington's 16.
We haven't called Aaliyah Edwards' name too much tonight, but trust and believe she is a physical player who can get it done offensively. And if she gets going, Washington really has to get another scorer out there.
Leisure Walker commits her third personal. Connecticut is in the penalty. Citron is at the line, shooting 2. Now a quick word from State Farm.
You know who puts in the work like you, Caitlin? State Farm. They help you get the coverage that fits your life and budget. Speaking of work, I haven't taken a game off in almost 20 years.
You got somewhere else to go?
Maybe. No.
Felt good for her to see those go in. And again, that's kind of all you need. It's just to start slow, start the grind, you start to feel your rhythm, and you can put yourself in a better situation offensively.
Citron's 5 of 5 at the line. Everybody else?
Like she said, y'all just didn't put me at the line. Everybody else.
5 of 16. And Citron is a top 5 free throw shooter in the league, shooting 90% at the line in the month of June.
I mean, she is really one of the most polished young players in this league. She's never in a hurry. She never seems rattled. She just has a really great feel for the game.
She is the young, fearless leader of the Mystics. Griner comes up empty. McMahon pedals. Burke nearly had a steal. Law pass from Citron. Betts tracks it down. Amore back into her. Shot clock to 6. Pull up J. Short. Collapse by Miller.
Tested there by Brittany, too.
Diamond Miller, the Euro, but swatted by Citron. She gets the block shot.
Now she's feeling it.
McMahon splits the defense. Shovels to Iriafen, back out Citron. Skip pass Amore, 3-ball. Oh yeah, 4th 3 for Amore. It's a 7-point game.
All it took was just getting your teammate involved and getting Sonia Citron working, and now she's all over the court, finding Georgia Amore on the other end. That's the rhythm she's been looking for.
Paint touch Griner, maneuvers, fires. Once a 12-point Connecticut lead is down to 7. Mystics basketball.
Now, if you're Connecticut, you want to stay on top of your communication. You want to stay on top of those hustle plays that kept you in the lead this entire time. You don't want to find yourself in a position where you're allowing this Mystics team to get back in it because of mistakes you're making.
Mystics ride an 8-0 run. Amore, stop and start, changes speed, slithers out of traffic. Citron comes to the ball. Puts the head down, drives it with the right, and a block. Rather, a foul. Was not a block. BG thought so. Brittany Griner, foul number 4.
I don't know about that one. You might want to run that one back because in real time, and you could see the frustration on BG's face, but the one thing you can take away is that even in foul trouble, Connecticut has done a good job so far in the paint with their post. Set with herself that now she's going to have to sit a little bit.
Atlanta and Golden State next on Ion tonight. Valkyries got the win 77-66. What a surprise. Citron automatic at the line. 52-47. Connecticut can hope for the final shot off the fingertip of Edwards. A Sun turnover. Amore in. Onyenwere out. You can just feel the energy in the building. This is no longer a 12-point game. This is a 5-point game.
Yep.
10-0 run Mystics. Amore falling away, short. Almost, we make the turn for home. Fourth quarter is next as the WNBA on Ion.
Connecticut, on the other hand, has had 16-point leads, 12-point leads, and have literally seen them all dwindle and just evaporate in the fourth quarter. So
Burke off the catch, short. Kennedy Burke tonight has 2 3-pointers. And we get a foul on Edwards. That's just her first and the first team foul of the fourth quarter.
Leah hasn't been as active offensively as she has wanted to be, but anytime you've got Aaliyah Edwards on the court, you've got to account for her.
Washington rolls with Onyenwere, Iriafen, Amor, McMahon, and Betts to start the fourth. Burke put the hand in. Onyenwere, the head fake, drives. Loose ball is corralled by Burke. Out there with Jackson, Edwards, Nelson Adota, and Lacan. Skates into the painted area. Nelson Adota charges in, misses the layup. Loose ball back to her, put back no good.
Like the aggression there from Nelson Adota, but Washington was on the boards and on her head ready.
McMahon in the spin cycle tried to put Jackson in the blender. Cody McMahon has 2 coming at the line.
Coach Sydney Johnson has really talked about how much that she has bought in. She's bought into what he's trying to do. She's bought into defensively, and more than anything, she's also gotten her teammates to buy in to the program, and that's something that you really need from a rookie.
2 games ago at Minnesota, had 15 points, a season high. It's 4 for 4 from 3-point land. You just look at the draft capital of the Washington Mystics. 3 first-round picks in each of the last 2 drafts. They own Chicago's pick next year in 2027.
That was because of J.C. Sheldon trade, right?
J.C. Sheldon trade 2028. They own the 27 pick for the Ariel Atkins trade.
Oh my goodness,
So they own Chicago's next 2 first-round picks, plus what they have of their own. Onyenwere may have been hip checked. Burke sees a deficiency, floats it up, no. What a rebound by Michaela Onyenwere. She's feeling out her hip area. Into the hands of Amor.
Yeah. Back to your point, though, this Washington team could be incredibly dangerous with this young squad and the potential in these upcoming drafts that they could add to it.
It's come to fruition already this season. Shot clock to 3. Flip to Amor, passes it up. Betts has to stretch the floor. Short, Iriafen with rebound number 11. Onyenwere to the entry, a slip into Betts. It is a 1-point game in Connecticut.
You got to get some bling, you know what I mean?
But here we go, another close game. We have 8 minutes to play. We have not entered clutch time, which is the final 5 minutes in a 5-point game. But it feels like we're going that way.
Yeah, this Washington team is on a 12-0 run right now, and Connecticut has got to find a way to stop the bleeding. And they were doing that in the first half using their defense. They've got to get back to that.
Lauren Betts with the stuff. Mystics with an opportunity to take the lead. Amor pouncing. Coach Johnson sticks with this lineup. After the break, Iriafen the screen, rolls to the rim, nothing there. Onyenwere with 3. Drives inside and scores. Mystics in front, their first lead since it was 21-19.
Onyenwere just played right through the contact, right through the defenders.
Leisure Walker wants to feed Nelson Adota, has to come away from the paint. Griner, hook shot goes. 10 points for Brittany Griner.
Brittany Griner is trying her best to keep this game close, and to do that, you have got to continue to use her inside.
Griner is back in with 4 personal fouls, has been held to 14 minutes tonight. Betts a touch. Said a few weeks ago, not many players taller than me, 6'7" against 6'9". Griner gets the battle there.
Griner so strong and so physical. Lauren Betts, though, she's definitely going to give her as much as she can handle down there.
Leisure Walker turns the corner. Out to Burke. Starting lineup for Connecticut. Bounce pass, Leisure Walker the cut. Reverses it up and in.
And that was an incredible pass, and Ledger Walker did exactly what she needed to do with it, and that was get inside and get in front of the defender for the one-hand hook.
Third Nelson Adota assist. Having a career year in that category as a big area defendant on an island with the left hand, no. Nelson Adota stands tall defensively. Lacan, motors, bounce it. Griner, fake one way, now you see me, now you don't, but missed it short. Watch that one back.
Great passing, great look, but Lauren just had a little bit too much in there in front of her and made that a little bit more difficult.
Under 6 to go on this Ion Friday night. Iriafen works it, draws a foul. It's on the floor. And the third Connecticut team foul.
Kiki Iriafen never turns her motor off. She just keeps going and keeps going. But, I mean, Olivia Nelson-Adota, just what a way to have court awareness and find Ledger Walker right there. That was such a great pass. And the reverse lay-in was just right on the money.
Citron and Austin back into the game for Washington. McMahon and Betts to the bench. Starting 5 for the Sun with the exception of Burke in from Miller. Austin searches off Onyenwede's fingers. Turnover Mystics, now 17 in the game.
Yeah, she fighting herself with that one. Just a quick miscommunication, and she wasn't able to quite grab it. However, this is now an opportunity for Connecticut.
Onyenwede is the leader of the charge in terms of her experience. 6 years in the league. And Ledger Walker got it to go. That's a 3. Timeout, Washington with authority. Maneuvered in the paint beautifully. Kiki Iriafen now has a double-double in back-to-back games, her 6th of the year. 11 and 11. Griner tracks down the ball, works in the post. Griner fall away. No. Rebound Austin. Her 10th rebound.
Yeah, and Shakira Austin was all over that play anyway from the very beginning, but now Kiki Iriafen, she's become the expectation from a double-double standpoint, and Georgia Amor, again, she could be that additional set of production that you need here late in this one.
She's been hot today, 4 threes. Lacan turns the corner, misses the right-handed scoop. Iriafen falls over. Mystics still pushing. Bounce pass to Austin, out to Citron, swing it, Onyenwede at 3. Burke scoops up the loose ball. 59-55. Ronika Hodges calls a timeout. We'll take it 2. Right back out to Connecticut in just a moment. Eight of 11 from the field, 6 of 7 from 3. And then, of course, the nightcap at 10 Eastern. Golden State hosts Atlanta.
I'm 100% sure, like I put money down, that Sydney Taylor is going to be one of those players that we're going to talk about have been undrafted with an incredible career.
There's always a way in this league. Pull-up jumper inside the line by Burke, missed it left. Rebound, Nelson Adota, put back is good.
Olivia Nelson-Adota refused to be denied. I mean, she literally just fought her way back to put that ball back in the basket.
That was out of a timeout called by associate head coach Ronika Hodges, who fills in for head coach Rashid Mezian. He's out tonight with an illness. Nelson Adota has 12 points and 9 boards. Sun takeaway. Ledger Walker lobs it. Lacan snags it. Looks for Burke. 3 in the air. Got that back three-pointer. Off. Rebound, Nelson Adota. She's got a double-double in consecutive games. Was bodied on the hip in the process. How about the fight of Olivia Nelson-Adota?
Well, I mean, you knew it was going to be a physical game, but Connecticut wanted to live up to the challenge. And Olivia Nelson-Adota, I mean, she took one from Iriafen, but she gets up with a smile. She understands the competition that they're in. Both these teams want to win, and she's got to prove she wants to win it more.
Coach Hodges talked about blocking out, finishing plays.
Exactly.
That'll be a highlight on the film if Connecticut pulls this off. They're feeding the hot hand. Missed it short. Iriafen grabs another rebound. 13. Career high for Iriafen on the glass. Austin pounds the basketball into the paint. Up fake jumper, swatted. Nelson Adota, another block. She's got 3 tonight. Another defensive stand. Loose ball into Griner's hands.
I mean, the physicality and the way that Griner and Nelson Adota are just owning that paint and that perimeter. They are not allowing Washington to get anything.
Leisure Walker tightrope. Griner's put back no good. Still loose, but secured by Citron. Shoots out of the cannon. Absorbs some contact. McMahon open for 3. Extra. Amore. No. 2 minutes to play. Sun ball up 9. This building is juiced.
Now this is where you need to play smart basketball. A minute and some change left on this clock.
Nelson Adota, high ball screen. Leisure Walker, hip high dribble. Burke is open, but it's an offensive foul by Brittany Griner, setting the screen. Griner's 5th. Oh, Griner's stunned.
She is stunned, but look at Olivia Nelson Adota. I mean, not once, but twice she said to Kiki Area Finn, this ball is not going in down here. Boxing out, playing defense. It has been a night for Ono.
Under 90 seconds to go in the hands of Citron. 11 points. Had 11 in the 4th quarter when these teams first met. Amore's got 4 threes tonight. Slithers by and scores it with the right. 14 for Amore, new career high.
Georgia Amore has been all over this building, and she literally is using her athleticism because she's so quick.
And LeCon is fouled as she got the step by the defense with 1:06 to go. Fouls on Amore, and that's her 4th. It's the first Mystics foul under 2 minutes left in regulation. LeCon at the line, 2 for 2 tonight.
Layla LeCon, boy, with the moment that she got back to Connecticut, she set a goal for herself, and she's been thriving for that every single game. Shooting the ball better, using her speed and athleticism to really...
LeCon in a low stance. Ball screen, Austin. Backdoor is not open. LeCon deflects it. Leisure Walker thought about lobbing it. Wants to slow it down under a minute. Mismatch. Iriafen is on LeCon. Will she turn on the Jets? Picks up the dribble. Burke. High off the glass, no. Cleared Austin. 35 seconds to play. Picked off by LeCon. She's all by herself. And another steal. Burke picks off the pass intended for McMahon. 10 Connecticut steals tonight. This place is rocking.
Layla LeCon, boy, she showed out in these final seconds here, defensive and back-to-back plays.
They'll take the 24-second violation. Washington chooses